Hey friends, and welcome back to the last day of my whiskey advent calendar. I am thrilled to have you along. Hope you watched some, most, or all of my advent calendar videos and you followed along. Glad to have you here. Today we're going to finish out with another Speyside. We've been doing a lot of my whiskeys have been Scotch and a lot of them have been Speyside. No complaints here at all. But today we're going to finish out with Mortlach, Mortlach, 16-year-old single malt Scotch. So this is part of a trio that was released in 2018 by Mortlach. They also have a 12-year and a 20-year. This 16-year is drawn from sherry casks, and so I'm excited. I did look, it doesn't look to appear, at least according to the Master of Malt website, they couldn't ship it here. Maybe that's just them, but I saw it online for like $110 to $120 that this bottle goes for. So I'm excited. It's very dark, and that's kind of cool. Today for my glass, I'm going to use a Copita glass, and then a Whiskey Tribe bottle topper. It actually has like silicone little edges on it, so it actually like sinks in and kind of seals because it's not a coin. So we're going to use that. And I almost dropped the Copita off my desk. Ooh, real nice color on that. Very nice color on that. Not necessarily dark enough to be a bourbon, maybe. Depending if it's a younger bourbon, maybe. Okay, whoa, the ABV on it. 43.4% alcohol. So I'm a little digging for the nose here. It's a touch thin on the nose. I'm getting a little spice on it. Maybe a little bit of cinnamon, a little bit of orange. I went a little too deep on that nose and got to reset. Got a little overwhelmed there. Rich. I would call it the nose on it, I would just call it a rich flavor, bready, and like a ginger snap almost. I'm getting an oakiness, which is interesting. So it's actually, I'm surprised at how much wood I'm getting out of it for being a Scotch. So Scotch does not require to use new oak, it only requires oak. So a lot of Scotch distilleries use used oak. And apparently, according to this, it does use sherry casks. So it's interesting how much wood I'm getting off of it, which is not bad. I'm getting kind of stone fruity, but I'm also getting prune, you know, like a dried plum. Spice. It's tasty. For being day 24, this is a great way to kick off Christmas. With you know, a lot of people do Christmas Mass. I do a Christmas Eve service at my church, although I'm on the security team, so I won't be in the service, but I'll be there. But this is a good Christmas whiskey. I said that on day 22 about the Glenfiddich 15. This is right up there as well. And it lingers. It does linger. It's a clinger, and it's good. All right. So that was fantastic. Really appreciate the experience for the Mortlach 16-year-old. I will do another advent calendar next year if my channel's still going. Hopefully it is. I'm just doing this for the fun of it, so we'll see where my life is at that point. I'm going to award my top 3, and my top 3 with a runner-up. I actually mentioned these on day 12. They have not changed. So, and I don't remember what days these were, so I do apologize. But in no particular order, the Brenet French single malt, the Glengoyne 12-year-old single malt Scotch. If I didn't say this, the Brenet was French, and the Tamdhu 12-year-old single malt. Those 3 bottles were my hitters this calendar. They were the ones that really that I was like, oh, this was a treat. This was an experience. All of them have been treats. All of them have been a great experience. But those 3 really knocked it out of the park. And for a runner-up, the Cairo Finish Rye, as well as the, I'll give it a second follow-up, the Stawning Danish Rye. Those are really cool experiences to have. And how good those were being non-American ryes, because America they're one of the only countries to legally classify rye, at least when it comes to straight rye. And so a lot of countries will do rye, but they don't have to stick to the same laws, so they are a little different. But anyway, those are my top 3 and 2 runner-ups. This Mortlach is really good. Again, that oak is so unique. Now, one of the reasons why I prefer Scotch to bourbon is because of the difference in oakiness. Sometimes the oak gets me a little bit on bourbon, and to have the lack of that on Scotch sometimes is what I prefer. But I love bourbon, but this is really good because it mixes what I love in a Scotch as well as the oakiness of a bourbon. That is really good and really surprising. I would maybe, you know what? We're gonna have a 3rd runner-up, so that's gonna be tied for. It's gonna be a 3rd runner-up. That's really good. But anyway, this has been the Whiskey Advent Calendar for 2021, December 1st through December 24th. Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas Eve. Hope you enjoy your time with your family. Hope you have a couple of days off. If you don't celebrate Christmas, I hope you're able to work it out with your job, that you could take the days off that you wanted with whatever holiday you were celebrating, or if you just wanted different days off with your family. Hope you got that worked out. I will see you all tomorrow. I'm going to be doing a review of Midwinter Night's Dram from High West, the rye. It's Act 9, Scene 3 is the bottle that I have. And I will see you tomorrow for my Christmas shoot, and from there on, cheers.